Hello and welcome back to the Happiness Hangout podcast where we talk all things happiness, mindset shifts, and ways to get you closer to your dream life. My name is Katie. I am a certified life coach and someone who is so passionate about all things self-growth, spirituality, and helping others reach their full potential. Today is about the fact that your life is allowed to be that good. I started reading the book, The Big Leap, and a big thing the author talks about is this upper limit problem, and that is a tendency for us to subconsciously self-sabotage when we experience success, and this feeling can be guilt when things are going well, sabotaging opportunities, and just creating conflicts in relationships and being unable to maintain what you get. And we do this so often because we feel like there has to be a limit on how much good we feel, all the good we get to experience, or we just don't feel worthy of experiencing it all. And as I was reading this book, I was like, oh my God, like how much does this really get in the way of us reaching our goals and living our best, most authentic life and just reaching our potential and realizing that life really is allowed to be that good. So in this episode, I want us to overcome this barrier so you can truly allow the blessings to flow to you and allow life to be that good. So first off, I want to talk about the upper limit problem. And in his book, Gay Hendricks describes the upper limit problem as the hidden barrier that kicks in when things start going really well, which unconsciously ends up pulling ourselves back to safety or a familiar level of success, happiness, or love. And we all have this internal thermostat for how much happiness or success we think we're allowed to experience. And so when we exceed that, self-sabotaging behaviors start kicking in. We see the doubt, the procrastination, or begin creating conflicts. And it really just stops us from enjoying life and taking in all the good that it has to offer us. And I've seen this happen so much in my life, so much in people's lives around me where things are going so well and then something bad happens after it. But understanding why we have a tendency to feel it can't be that good has given me a lot of clarity on beginning to break down this barrier. So I really wanted us to get into all the reasons that you might not feel like life can be that good. And the first one is self-worth issues. Like you don't feel like you are worthy of the things that you want. And if this is the case, you end up resisting them when good things are coming because you are convinced that it can't be that good or that you aren't enough to receive it. The next one is guilt. And this feeling of why should I have it if others can't? And it is very common to feel guilty to enjoy life because others are struggling, so we feel bad about enjoying it or allowing things to get better. And in the book, he talks about how this is like the fear of outshining people because you don't want to make other people feel bad by you succeeding. And we'll get into breaking down all of these, but I just really wanted to quickly say that you experiencing certain things and you receiving certain things does not take away from other people receiving those things too. The third one is fear of failure or loss. And I know we have all had that thought that if this gets too good, something will go wrong and I will lose something. And we want to just avoid it. We want to avoid disappointment because if we get our hopes up, then maybe we'll get disappointed. And I feel this so much too, where it's like things are going so well and then all of a sudden you feel those thoughts kicking in of being like, wait, what if this doesn't work out? What if things don't go how I want it to go? And just all of those negative thoughts start creeping in. And don't get me wrong, like the ups and downs of life aren't inevitable, but you preparing for the disappointment is not doing anything for you. It is only ruining the moment that you are having right now. And it also just ends up creating negative situations in the future. The next barrier is this fear of the unknown. And it is so easy to want to stay in our comfort zones. And I get it because it is scary to not know how things will turn out, to see change, what things will come. Even if these things mean good things are coming into your life and the unknown is good things, sometimes we still have that fear of oh my God, what's going to happen if this changes, and how will this change my relationships? How will this change my lifestyle? And so obviously change is scary, but if someone came up to you and told you that your life would be the exact same in 5 years, then would you want change? And I think the answer to all of that, like anytime anyone asks you that, it's probably going to be yes. And so just leaning into the fact that the unknown, it just means that there is a whole lot more possibility and excitement. And sometimes we just have to have faith that the unknown is leading us exactly where we are meant to be, and not knowing where it leads us is part of the excitement of life. Now I want us to debunk all of this, and I want you to realize that all of these reasons, the fear, the doubt, the unworthiness, these are all beliefs. And the truth is about beliefs is this is just something that you have simply told yourself over and over again until it became your reality. And so the good news about this is that beliefs are not set in stone. And just as you've learned to believe that life can't be that good, you can also unlearn it. And this new belief that we are going to be replacing it with is you are allowed to have it that good. Life is allowed to keep getting better for you. And this isn't just some wishful thinking or some far off fantasy. It is a reality that you can choose to step into at any moment. And like really think about it. Why wouldn't you be allowed to have it that good? There is no universal rule that says life must be a constant struggle, or that success and happiness are reserved for a select few. And the truth is, the only person truly standing in the way of all that good that is meant for you is you. It is allowed to keep getting better and better for you. And the more that you embody this new belief, the more that you believe this belief, the more that you will reflect it, because there is no ceiling to how much good you are allowed to experience, except the one that you are placing on yourself right now. Those barriers that you are putting on yourself, those I'm not good enough, those I don't deserve those things, those are the barriers that you are putting on yourself, and those are self-inflicted. And I know that this is so much easier said than done, so I want us to get into how we can overcome that it can't be that good mentality. And the first one is challenging those limiting beliefs. So when you hear those I don't deserve this thoughts come in, ask yourself, why not me? When you hear the this won't last, replace it with that I am worthy of lasting success and happiness. The second thing we can do is celebrate those small wins. Get excited about your wins, big or little, and remember that you are worthy of those wins and show gratitude for them. And when you are having those wins and all of a sudden you feel that fear creeping in of what if this goes wrong, remind yourself that those are just there to keep you safe. You can feel them, you can acknowledge them, but then replace them with a new belief. So when you feel that, oh my God, things are going great, I'm scared something bad is going to happen, tell yourself, I'm worthy of things getting better. There is still so much good to come, and things are allowed to be that good. The third way we can break this barrier is release guilt. So again, what you have does not take away from what others have. And I understand that guilt can come up, but you being miserable, you being unhappy, you not enjoying all of the life that is meant for you is not doing anyone a favor. You can do well for yourself and know that others can also do well for themselves. And also when you are going for all the things that you want, when you are showing people that it is able for life, like life is able to keep getting better, you're also inspiring others to do the same too. The next one is releasing fear of judgment. It is literally not that personal. Other people's limitations they put on you is just a reflection of their own limitations on themselves, and you have to stop taking those on. So when someone says, oh my God, how are you doing that? That's not possible. That just means they don't think it's possible for themselves. When they're like, wait, how are you going to accomplish that? Like that just means they don't think they can accomplish it themselves. And so we need to remember that anything that people say to you has more to do with them than you. And I know that also this fear of what are people going to think of me, or are the right people going to come into my life if I'm doing these things? And the truth with that too is that the people that are meant to be in your life will come to you a whole lot quicker when you embrace all that you are and when you are living in your most authentic life. In living your most authentic self. I don't know why I can't speak right now. But when you are living your most authentic self, when you are doing you, when you are doing the things that light you up and bring you joy, that is when the right people are going to come into your life. And I've seen this happen in my life and in other people's lives. Like, you're going to end up gravitating more towards the people that are doing the things that you are inspired by and those things that you want to do. And when you show up as your most authentic self, you are sending that signal out like, hey, this is me. And those people who are truly meant to be in your life will come into your life. The next one is to notice the good in your day-to-day and to practice gratitude. So when you focus on the good in your life and you show the universe, God, whatever resonates with you, what you are grateful for, it allows even more good to come into your life. Because your gratitude is literally magnetic. When you are showing the universe, okay, hey, thank you so much for this. I'm grateful for all these things coming into my life. That just signals, okay, she's grateful for it. Let me bring more into her life. And the last one is to visualize abundance and notice abundance. So when you see things in your reality that you desire, remind yourself that that is just proof that it is out there. There are good people out there. There are amazing opportunities out there. The things you desire are out there. So when I'm going through my day-to-day life and I'm walking around and I'm seeing things that I desire, I'm like, wait, that is just proof that that is out there. Look how abundant it is. I'm seeing that in my reality, and just because I don't have it yet doesn't mean that it's not going to be coming for me. And lastly, I want to end this off by saying the upper limit problem is a real barrier, but it can be overcome. You are allowed to have it that good, and it is allowed to keep getting better and better for you. Recognize your limiting beliefs, practice gratitude, affirm your worth, and just remind yourself again, your life is allowed to be that good, and it is allowed to keep getting better and better. If this episode resonated with you, please leave a 5-star review, share the episode, or DM me about what you are allowing into your life. Thank you again for tuning in. I am sending you a whole lot of love and light, and we will chat in the next episode.